Hey everybody, this is Aylad and we are back on the Starmada server. Oh yeah. It's been literally weeks since I've even signed on. Uh, but I am very glad to be back. I had some network issues that stopped me from really getting on that much, and then I was also short on time. So there's been a couple of things that have kept me from actually being on the server here. But now, here I am. And I've gotten my freighter imported and built, so I'm very excited about that. And I finally, finally have a mining fleet going. So that's going to be the main focus of today's episode, is just showing that off. Alright, so by far the best way to show this off, I think, would be to zip around in your classic little, little scooter pod. I don't actually have a panda scooter built here, I don't think, so we're just gonna work with this. But yeah, so what I have here is the turtle. You may have seen this in a recent video. It's a really horrendously ugly, I suppose it's technically a ship. Jeez. Okay, there we go. Trying to get this thing under control. It's basically a big box. Yeah. This is actually an earlier draft of the turtle that doesn't have any pretense of a cockpit involved. And the reason why I'm using that is partly that I accidentally imported the wrong version. And as it turns out, it works out, because this is a semi-permanent station feature rather than something to be carried with my freighter. And yeah, so let's kind of have a look at how this works out. You notice I've got a cage built around it. That's actually part of the station. The idea here is that since I'm actually in a sector with asteroids, I want to be able to mine them without having to go through the rigmarole of piloting a ship around, right? So I'm going to do that by simply detaching the turtle mothership from the station, then launching the mining pods. They'll go and mine, and then whenever I feel like it, I call them back, and then auto redock the turtle back to the station. This only works reliably if the turtle is actually in the right position to be auto docked again, because I don't want to have to pilot this thing. It's a monster. All right. So I can't have it move, which is why I built a cage around it. When these pods come flying back, they're going to slam into it and knock it away from the pickup point if I don't have some kind of structure around it. So, here we are. This is what we've got. At some point, this is going to get a lot more streamlined, because I don't want these pods just kind of floating here like this. So I've got to figure out what I'm going to do with that. But for now, it is completely functional. So what happens is I deactivate the activation module. Yeah. Well, I probably missed my window already, but mine this sector. Yeah, I did. Okay, anyway, you see these targeting brackets right here? That means that, like, I have docked entities currently turned off. So when you see this bracket, it means that the turtle is not currently docked to the station. But if I zap the activation module again, you see it automatically redocks. So let me turn this off again. Seems that I've got to get my activation toggle synced up better with the fleet order. Alright, so let's try There we go. Okay. I've got to work on the timing issues. But there go most of my little mining pods. There's one little fella. Can't figure out what he's doing. He'll probably work his way down here eventually. Probably slam into me in the process. Anyway, let me kill my interface because I love the spiderweb. I mean, look at this. I said, look at this. Come on, give me my spiderweb. But there we go. Alright. I don't know why sometimes some of them stop firing. I guess they're repositioning themselves, but in any case, you know, this started as a full-size asteroid. I had not, to my knowledge, I had not dug into it. There we go. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. These suckers are eating right into it. There's 16 mining pods, and each one is shooting however many beams it shoots when it's fully slaved to missile. Or missiles fully slaved to it, or something, I don't know. So yeah, it really doesn't take it all that long. I'm going to let him just kind of finish up this asteroid a little bit, and then we'll be right back. Okay, well, they're repping up. You can see the block count. Wow, I've never seen that before. They really collapsed inward, didn't they? Down to 25 blocks. Are they going to be able to finish it off? I've been wondering if they'll be able to aim. I guess in mass it doesn't really matter, does it? Yep, there we go. And moving on to the next asteroid. So, on thinking about it, really, I might have been wrong. I might have already dug into that white asteroid a good bit before they got into it. Anyway, they're making short work of these things. Oh, they're going after the... Starts with over 72,000 blocks. And in a relatively short amount of time, and I'll put the actual time up here on the screen, that asteroid is gone. There we go. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and order the carrier recall. And we're going to head back and we're going to kind of watch what that looks like with the cage up and everything. Boom. A little bit of jostling around, but they're all good. And you can tell when they're actually docked instead of just pretending to be docked, because where is it? Yeah, it is on the top surface. These lights right there, yeah, those turn off once it's docked. Like they're on anytime that they're not docked to anything. But once the pod's docked, the lights go off. So it's a nice little visual check that I have. Make sure that everything's in place, not just hovering where it's kind of supposed to be. So that is pretty awesome. And then to get the turtle itself docked back to the station, I can zap that, and boom, turtle's docked again. Alright, so I'm gonna kind of hop out and show you how this works. And by hop out, I mean I'm gonna get into build mode for my little pod here. So this activation block, right, does two things. First of all, when it's on, it has the rail right there that the turtle's docked to in the right position to be lined up with the docking rail, or the rail docker, I mean, on the turtle. Alright? So right now that rail is in the correct orientation. When that turns off, first thing that happens is this button powers that rail basic right there, which detaches the turtle from it. Okay? Half second later, this button changes that bit of rail into a pickup rail that's actually facing the wrong direction. So for two reasons, one that it's not a solid rail anymore, and one that it's facing the wrong direction, the magnetic docking doesn't kick in and the turtle doesn't reattach to that rail. Then it triggers this wireless module, and the wireless module detaches the pods from the turtle by powering the the pickup rails that they're docked to. Alright, now the reason why I was having a little bit of trouble is because there is, of course, a pickup point attached, and you can see it right there, attached to that little bit of pickup rail, sorry. And for that reason, you know, if these pods don't move within about, I think, 4 seconds, they're going to redock again, 4 or 5 seconds. So I've got to get them moving. I've got to get that order issued within that time frame. It's a little bit hard. When I actually set up a control center, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a little light that flashes on during my window, during the 4 seconds. So even with the fleet window open, I know when to actually issue the order. I think I can work that out. I don't know. It might take a little experimenting. So then when I turn the activation module back on again, the rail changes so it lines up properly. Oh, the other thing, the activation module also is linked to the pickup point. A lot of people don't know this, but if you have an activation module linked to a pickup point, when it's on, the pickup point works. When it's off, the pickup point doesn't work. That's the other reason why the turtle doesn't auto dock, is because the activation is off when the turtle's supposed to be detached. Anyway, I turn this back on, the rail lines up properly again, the pickup point activates again, and everything is peachy. So that's how that works. I hope that made some kind of sense. And then I've got this wireless module right here that I haven't talked about yet. All that does is switch the storage pull on the turtle on and off again. So right now it's on, which means in theory, let me hop out of my little pod. In theory, all of these mining pods would have empty cargoes. In actuality, that's not what we're going to see. Oh? Is it? You don't have anything in that. Hang on. I didn't expect to find that empty, actually. There we go. It's all in there. That's a problem. Oh. Storage pulls off. That's weird. Anyway, so, sorry about that. I don't know why that's off. Okay. Alright, so the reason why these build blocks are even on here. What I discovered with this one down here that doesn't have a build block is that the rail and the storage block were not actually linked up. And I assumed that was saved in the blueprint for the miner that I had created 16 of, right, in my single player world. And then I saved the blueprint of those 16 docked to the turtle, etc., etc. So So is this one linked up? So I thought I was going to have to go into each and every one of these mining pods and correct that oversight. And in fact, it looks like I'm going to have to go into this one and do that. And then I was just going to clear off the build blocks once I was done. Yeah, see, that's not linked up, right? This should... Oh, geez. That's not going to be that easy, is it? I've got a couple issues that I've got to sort out with this. Okay, well that looks like it's working. I'm pretty pleased with this. Order, find the sector. Boom. Aha! That's the timing. Anyway, so I've kind of stumbled over this a little bit, partly because I thought there were more technical issues than there are. But there definitely are a number of technical glitches I'm going to have to sort through. So, for the most part, this sucker's ready to go. I'm very pleased with it. I can't wait to, I can't wait to start using these ores and stuff to build more stuff here on the server. Because, man, this is as low stress as mining gets, let me tell you. Ah, yeah. Love it. So anyway, guys, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Hope it kind of inspires you to work on your own mining fleet. Very pleased with it. Yeah, look at it go. Alright, well anyway, thank you for watching. Take care. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.